you watch the other videos, you know we've changed almost everything on the suspension. So we're basically starting from zero on the alignment. The first thing I'm looking at is the axle being centered left to right. That's your track bar adjustment. A good way to check that is you just want to find a common point to measure from. Now, every tread is different, so you need to find the same point on your tread. On this side, we're about 17.5 inches. Over here, we're 16.5 inches. When you're aligning left to right, you're gonna split the difference. So we need to only make a 1/2 inch adjustment in the track bar to make up that inch. We need to adjust out because we're pushing the axle to the passenger side. And then I move on to checking the wheelbase. We're just gonna measure from the back of this tire to the front of that tire and try to duplicate it left to right. And if we're off, we're gonna have to adjust the arms. But we just checked our wheelbase and it was all good. So now we're gonna get under the Jeep and look at the pinion. When we're adjusting pinion, we're trying to get our pinion to line up with our drive line to eliminate vibrations that you can have at freeway speed. So we're gonna leave our lower control arms alone and adjust our upper control arms out. So we're gonna make the same adjustments left to right. So we're just gonna count our turns. We probably just need to adjust out about 1/4 inch. Ideally, you do want your pinion yoke right in line with your drive shaft on this front drive line. We're not gonna be able to do that. We wanna try to get away with as much caster as possible without getting any driveline vibrations. Now we're gonna move to the toe, which we can set with our tie rod here. If you have the Y-link set up, you have to do all this on the ground. This is where you need a friend in the alignment, where we're gonna pull from similar spots on the tire as close as we can to center on the wheel, on the front, and on the back, and compare our measurement and see how far off we are. Outside corner to outside corner, we are 64 3/4 inches. On the back side, we are 66 inches, so we're actually towed in 1.25 inches. So we're just gonna start with a small adjustment like that and see where we're sitting. We wanna meet in the middle. We got the toe set. Now the last thing we need to do is straighten our steering wheel. We do that with the drag link, and we need to do it on the ground. The reason we do it on the ground is because as you set the weight of your Jeep back down, your track bar shifts your axle over as it pivots up. We're gonna set it down and see how our steering wheel's sitting and make some adjustments to get it tracking straight. That is it for our very basic driveway alignment. We set the toe, we straightened our steering wheel, we checked our wheelbase, and we messed with the pinion a little bit.